terrace to the CT side, because that middle part of the map opens up a lot more venues into either bomb side. So it's kind of self-explanatory why that's a good idea. But actually, a lot of the American teams that we saw play just this weekend in ESCA, they didn't really go for a lot of mid control at all. They just liked to push a bomb site. When they were on the terrace side, they just gave out the middle all around. So, you know, there's room for change, but here we go. It's going to be the CT side for the Swedes and the terrace side for a Nameless.
That is a nasty dink right. They didn't get the kill on him, but they know his position. He's super low. Got to get help really fast. Sype there. Wow, Sype with a double headshot straight away. 2 bullets, 2 kills. GMX coming in from the back there, and they have to just run in fear because Sype is just owning the B bomb site.
No way, Sype. That was so beautiful. That was artwork right there. I've never seen anything as good as that. And now GMX is low on health, and everybody's shown up. They have the bomb core, but inside the bomb site, Sype just... I mean, we're just starting in 2014, but that clip is going to have to be replayed in slow motion from multiple angles. We need a highlight just of that, different angles of just that clip. And
there's 50 seconds left in the round. They have Glocks. It's all possible. I mean, what are they going to do? The problem is the bomb is just sat in the middle of the site. So the odds here are, I don't know, like impossibly horrendous. I don't even know how to explain it.
If Happy gets into Checkered and they only like do one-on-one duels and Happy wins all of them, then it can be done. But well,
boom, it's over. It's over. It's over. And that's going to be it. Sype basically single-handedly stopping, because the thing is they're about to get position on the site. Sype caught them at a very vulnerable moment. Well, if he'd missed like the first 2 or 3 shots, that's kind of it. That's the chance gone, and he managed to hit two headshots. Yeah, insane.
The big problem, obviously, is, especially with this bomb site on this map, is that if you missed the opportunity, like you said, that they would have put down the bomb, and then all of a sudden it's a really different game. Now out into the middle, they're going to push here. Nameless. They have armor and pistols.
And they've got the head armor as well. And of course, the Rifle Pharmacy is coming out here for EG Leets, and they are just gunning them down, and that's how it's supposed to go. But that investment of the armor there didn't really work out, unfortunately. I mean, again, like you said previously, you know, EG Leet are reading it quite well. I mean, this is in the meta right now. It's
but lacking that bomb plant, there's really no reason not to do it, because either way, they would be saving in this round. So all they give up for the 4th round, which is coming up after this one, it's like a few grenades. So, you know, it's worth it to try. It would have been better if they could have got the kills in, but now push coming to the B bomb site. Are they going to be able to overwhelm Delpan here? Yes, they will, and that's probably going to be a bomb plant for them.
Nice. Very good result. Perfect then. Twist is going to make his way through the vents. Does catch Kenniness off guard. Pulls out the pistol. High octane action here from Twist as he moves in, doesn't even bother to reload until the last possible second. And it's a good cleanup, but like you said, they got the bomb down, and that is the victory right there. That's all they cared about.
Yeah, now that, you know, now it's just all paying off for them. They're going to be able to make just a perfect buy here for the 4th round coming up. See if they can change the tides early on. They're already 1 map up, and if they manage to win here, then they can crown themselves champions here for the January Cup.
Let's see if it's going to be possible. We have an AWP on Kenny S. I really want to see what kind of position he takes up at the beginning of this round. Of course, Delpan is also rocking the AWP, and the battle over mid with the sniper rifles can be really intense. Often, a lot of teams, they like actually the Scar on this map because of the potential for heavily smoking mid and so on. The Scar can be very, very prominent. Yeah, and of course, you have the boost spot as well. It's very precarious.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That Scar and smoke is a pretty good combo. If you have just an inkling that maybe someone's going to be running under the smoke, just test it out. Test the theory.
Yeah.
Just shoot through. At the same time, there's also the boost spot. So I'm wondering if Kenny, I mean, because of Kenny's spawn right here, I don't think he's going to be running for the B bomb side. But Delpan, he spawned pretty far up in the spawn area. And this B bomb side you can get to a little bit quicker on the CT side than you can on the terrorist side. So it makes a lot of sense for Delpan, I think, to take up the spot in the B bomb side instead, because he must know that the middle area is going to be hard for him to open. But yeah, we are back into the game.
Sorry for the interruption there. I get excited. It starts happening again. Kenny S with the flick, and that was close. That was close.
Delpan does go middle, though. I don't know. I'd rather see Delpan go alone for the B bomb side and then put a lot of emphasis on mid and A, and just let Delpan keep that alone. And actually, is that what they're doing now? They are switching Delpan up. So yeah, Delpan's going towards B now. And they just need to move Dennis out of here, I think.
And there you go. The AWP is, rather the bomb is actually AFK in spawn. I think that's going to play a lot because they need to wait for the AFK timer and then the bomb will drop.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. But Dennis being in the vent here is great. This is, yeah, I thought he was actually in checkered, but the fact that he's in vent instead makes a huge difference because he can easily go to the A-bomb site right now. Twist with 1, and Uzi will take him down. So just a 1-for-1 early in the round here.
And that is pretty important. I mean, they didn't really get much information. They just saw one player. That really tells them nothing. They can't really make an inference there. And Happy going to go for the peek. And beautiful shot there from Delpan. That position with the AWP there is not so common, I have to say. And Sype going to work around to the forklift all the way around the back. This flank from Sype surely is going to be strong. Sype, can't even get a single kill. That's huge right there. And Dennis is coming in up on the ladder, up on the little catwalk here. Let's see what he can do with it.
Lucy in the back, tough position for him in this 1-on-2 situation. Gonna try and flash his way out, which is a decent idea, but it doesn't really work out. Dennis will pick up the double kill. That's gonna be diffused in favor of LGB SK once again. So 4 rounds into it, and we're looking into the 5th round, wondering if it's gonna be reconnect coming in. Should be happening.
There we go. Or no?
Not
just yet.
Yeah, I imagine he's gonna connect in a second, because otherwise I think we'd still be paused.
Okay, so some issues still here.
No.
This is it's one of those days, Anders. It's just one of those days.
It has been. We've been experiencing weird problems all along.
Yeah.
But at least we've made our way to the grand final. Now, 4-0 early on is good for the Swedish side, but it's not out of control. I mean, it's early days on this map still, and anything could really happen, especially because Nameless still seem to be playing pretty well. So I'm not too afraid for the Frenchmen here. I feel like they have every chance to bring this back.
Oh, I agree completely with you. I mean, the last, just drawing on experience from the last grand final we had a cash match, and it was the 3rd map, and I think it was Fnatic were up like 11-4 or 2 or something, and LGB was like, oh wait, we switched sides, and they just won like every round on CT, forced the overtime. I mean, you can have massive swings on this map. It's not like Nuke where the advantage is really, really heavy on one side or train. I mean, you have a lot of opportunities on this map. There's lots of ways to play it, so I'm really, really excited for this. I think actually for me, this is the map I'm looking forward to the most to see play out. So
I think you might be right. I think this is also just because it's a little bit less played than Train or Nuke or Dust 2, which people know so well at this point. It does kind of feel like there's more room for people figuring out some really interesting stuff. Also because this is the weird part about this map as well, is that there are like points in the map that are more obvious for a lot of action, and I think the B-bomb site early in the round is a spot where people can rush down, and the middle part of the map is also very important. But then there's that weird squeaky door over by A, and you can actually make a lot happen, like both from the CT and the T side. If you just push that early in the round, sometimes you'll just catch a whole team off guard. So there's like a lot of different pacing going on this particular map, and I think we'll see a lot more interesting strats coming out, especially if it gets voted into the normal map pool.
Yeah, the timings on this map are actually really good. I think it's really balanced in how it works. Definitely loving this map. I can't wait to see it get going again. But
make it so.
So we're stuck in the mud again. We're stuck in the mud. And things are dragging on. Hopefully it goes like Inferno. We get them on the server and we're good to go again. So that is hopefully what we will see. But remember, you guys can vote using the hashtag FACEITCS and then space and hash whatever team you want to vote for, either Nameless or EG Elite. That's EG 1337 if you want the SK-LGB mix or think that they will win. And they are definitely doing quite well so far.
They are. But at the same time, the French team just they won that first map.
That's true. They did win the first map. Yeah. I feel like it gets harder for them now on Cash, and then if it goes to Dust 2, I feel like it just gets harder for them, because I feel like even though they do have so much raw skill, I feel like SK-LGB are just so sick on the more open maps, so I feel like it just gets worse and worse, but that's just my personal opinion.
No, I think that's actually a good point. I think the same is going to be true, because the third map in this series is going to be Dust 2, so if it goes on to that, I think SK-LGB definitely going to have a pretty good advantage going into that. But we'll see. The French have surprised us before. Kenny's been playing well. Happy last map had an absolutely incredible run.
Oh, God, Happy.
Yeah. Well, something just occurred to me we've forgotten a little bit about. I mean, we can't really go into detail about it now, but maybe you can just give people the URL for the skins for the FACEIT Steam community site, so people, because we might have some new viewers coming in who don't know about it yet, and it's pretty cool, so people should definitely check it out.
Of course. I mean, we have a new trial project we're really excited about, which is, the skins project. We have these awesome kind of FACEIT themed skins going on, and if you go over to steamcommunity.com/group/FACEITcom, Hopefully I didn't say it too quick. You can actually check out all of the details there. You can check out the skins. And of course, if you like them, you can vote for them. And they will, or hopefully they will appear if they get enough votes in the next cases that Valve release. And that helps to support the FACEIT tournaments. All the money goes into the tournaments and the makers of the skins. And so that helps, like, basically, grow the scene, basically. We're trying to get more awesome tournaments going for you guys. And check that out. Check it out. And also, if you want to see any updates to the platform, because that's been, lots of cool updates have been coming in lately, and maybe you checked it out a couple months ago, and you want to get an update, go to the same link, and you'll get all of that information.
It's an easy way to support what's going on here. But now we're back into the game. LGB versus Nameless, and hopefully someone's going to be connecting back in any second.
Beautiful, back in the action. I'm so happy about this, and we're 4-0 up for EG Elite, the SK LGB mix, and Nameless are working their way through to A, but they're quite dispersed along the map. We've got one over at B, we've got one in mid, we've got one over at the A side. They have not picked where they're going to go, but Kenny S is going to open up the mid with a couple kills there, and there's one player over at A now, and if Uzi's able to pick him off quickly enough, and he's over at the back boxes, and he's going to go for the duel, and he's going to get taken down. That is a massive, massive play now, because they just take the site easily, and this is just too hard for EG Elite now.
Such great foresight by Uzi in that situation, because there was one guy at the back of site there, and Uzi, he saw the flashbang ringing out from across the boxes, and he just turns around and turns around once again to get the kill. There is Delpan with the one shot, but it shouldn't be Delpan. Definitely should not be able to win this. In fact, he should bank on saving this AWP, because a 1-on-2 in this situation, it doesn't seem likely. So in spite of being one man down here, Nameless, they still managed to win the round. 1-on-4 here is going to be the score. Delpan not going to go for it, and that is the smart move.
It certainly is, and the bomb is going to go off, of course. And that is going to be a round for Nameless, putting themselves on the board. And EG Elite, they need to just really lock this down as tightly as possible, because again, they can force us to Dust 2, they can force us to a third map. Their chances just go up and up to win this series and be crowned the best team, the winners of the January Championship here at FACEIT for our Counter-Strike Global Offensive tournaments. And of course, you guys, if you may have noticed, if you're not familiar with what goes on over here at FACEIT, on the platform we have qualifiers. We invite 4 teams each month, and 4 teams qualify throughout the cups that we have, the qualifiers we have. And you can take part in that. Anyone can take part in those. You just have to sign up. And if you manage to win one of the qualifiers, boom, you can have the chance to play against teams such as Fnatic, teams such as LGB, teams such as SK, and so on, any of the teams that get invited. So that is, I think, an invaluable experience. So definitely, if you're interested in that, if you're an aspiring competitive player, check it out. And looks like we're just having a little delay, but we have all 10 players finally on the server again, so we can kick things off, and they get the drop in for their teammate as they just won the round. So things are all well right now. Nameless taking that round, so here we go.
Gonna be good fun. Right now we see 3 people more or less in the middle for the counter-terrorist side, so they are really set on defending that. Twist with an AWP on an unusual site, but it works out. He's gonna take down Happy, so a great early kill coming out here for the Swedes. They are fighting to stay in the tournament right now, because they are 1 map behind already. And if they lose this one, obviously, it's going to be all over.
Indeed. What just happened over there is XM just walked all the way forwards, and he's managing to actually get some flanking action going on here. Let's see what he can do from this position. He can be quite dangerous.
This is exactly what I wanted. This is what I said a little bit earlier. There's so much room to play on this part of the map if you're a CT, because most terrorist teams don't expect you to walk in there. He's going to come up behind them from Squeak here. Dennis is staying alive at the forklift. Going to be taking down 1. Here comes XM. Going to be taking down 1, and Uzi is alone in the back of site in a 1-on-4 situation. So a great round from LGB. I love that play from XM. That was very good. But Twist with the triple kill, can't really overlook him either.
I mean, the thing is that the way that it actually played out kind of understates XM's how strong his position actually was, because he was totally under the radar. They had no idea. And I mean, he got 1 key kill, but imagine if a couple of his teammates gone down. He would have had such a strong chance to just have that element of surprise and a triple and boom.
Yeah, the weird thing is as well, it kind of looked like Nameless actually did look at that door when they ran in. They were like, this door isn't supposed to be open. And then they were like, well, okay, well, I guess we'll keep pushing. And that was actually a slight mistake on their part. They could have maybe, realized, okay. But actually, nah, that's too elaborate. Right now, we're looking at a push coming into the B bomb side. It's an eco round coming up on the terrorist side, and another Porsche coming in for God knows what reason. But then I guess I can go into my elaborate thinking.
Yes.
What I was wondering about is maybe you can actually use it as a counter-terrorist. You can open the door and then go back and hide in the site, and they might be, spending a little bit more time looking behind them than they should.
Right. You kind of it's suggestive basically.
Exactly.
So you put in their minds like, oh, I have to be scared about this angle, and that's. Okay, that's not so dangerous if you're like, let's say you're walking up mid and it's just on Inferno, it's like, oh, I just have to turn right or left. It's not like that. It's like, I have to look behind me maybe. And that's like a completely different story as far as how scared you are in your mind, because that adjustment is really hard.
Yeah, maybe.
It's definitely quite a cool thing to play with. And I actually haven't seen many teams abuse that yet, so.
No, I feel like that squeaky door is a good point to try and get some more action in on. But it's not the only one. I think I still feel like the aggressive push middle from CT could be used more, especially because you can boost people up.
Exactly, yeah.
And you can flash over, so you can make sure that boost is actually pretty effective. And there's just a lot of stuff that can still happen on cash.
There's also a ridiculous wallbang. I don't know if you know about it. When you're in the corner below the vents, if you look up towards the approach into A from the T side, you can actually shoot just all the through that corridor.
Oh yeah.
And it's like quite ridiculous. If you get a scar there, it's kind of insane.
Yeah.
And again, the rotation times are so fast. It's really powerful to have mid. It's quite interesting. It's even more powerful than having mid on Mirage, which is already quite strong.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, I think we'll see more cash in the future. I'd be surprised if we didn't.
Yeah, and it's interesting too because it allows for so much. I mean, you don't have to play a lot of AWPs because, again, you can't get really aggressive with it. But we can see that Twist and Delpan on the CT side for SK LGB, they have AWPs. So that's there's so much you can do with this. It's really interesting.
It's such a surprise as well to see Twist AWPing. That's something we've always never seen. So Delpan is one thing, we've seen him do that so much, but for Twist to pick one up and he uses it really well and I love the fact that it's in the B bomb side as well, because that's one of the really good locations for it to be. So yeah, I'm liking what they're up to, the Swedish team here, and I hope they can make the comeback. I want to see all 3 maps.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Twist is one of those guys. It's like again, you're like, oh, you kind of see him as a rifler because he's so good with it. But then again, he's just really good at the game. I mean, you can pick up an AWP and just have a devastating round. It really doesn't matter. Twist just plays an opportunity and
we're
boom.
Back.
And yes, we are back finally. And it looks like Cypress trying to lock down the site against all the pistols. It's proving difficult. And here they are. They're actually making their way onto the site, but maybe not quickly enough. Dennis taking one down. They do get on the site, but will they get the plant? The bomb is just down on the site. No, they're not going to get anything from that. They got 2 frags out of it. But if we check the money situation, the CT's LGB SK, they're looking quite healthy on the money. So really, that doesn't amount for much. They needed the plant. That was the only thing they would have cared about there.
Yeah, they did. They have a good economy on the counter-terror side as well, which is good because they just threw away an AWP. They couldn't find it after the Dilpan went down, so a little bit unfortunate. Now we are back, though, into the 8th round. It's still the first half here in the second map, and there's the boost that we were talking about. And look at Twist. He's ready for it. That grenade doing damage early on. But it is a buy round coming out here for the terrorist side.
It is, and you can see Twist back there in mid. He's kind of locked this down. They don't want to challenge his AWP. And it's really tough to do that without nades, without maybe a sniper of your own. It can be quite difficult to do that. And nice smoke from X, and that's going to buy a lot of time.
Yeah, well, gotta be careful about pushing over that, especially over at the A-bomb site. If there's, the problem with smoke sometimes in this game is that there's like a weird bug that happens where sometimes you can see through the smoke on the radar. So if you're walking through slowly like they just did, there's a chance you can just be spotted through the radar and then you're just going to die. But this time, nothing like that happening. They're going to push out behind the forklift, and Dennis is going to pick up the kill on Uzi. And all of a sudden, we're looking at a 1-on-5 here with Kenny on 2 HP. So definitely going to be the round for the counter-terrorist side. That's going to be 7-1. Kenny, just no way he can fight himself out of this position.
And the hunt commences, and they find a Kenny, and he goes down. All right, so they do get 5 on the server again. I hope it stays this way.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate. Don't know what's happening to GMX. I think it seems like eBot is set on on screwing things up.
Yeah, he's set to malicious mode. Just wants to screw everyone's stuff up, and looks like we're getting live with everyone on the server. So hopefully we'll be good here from now on out.
Yeah, unfreeze is happening, and there we go. 7-1 is the score. The 9th round is coming up. Let's see. Nameless, no bomb plant that round, so no money really to play with at all. Even if they got the bomb down, they actually wouldn't have been able to buy anything here. The $800 bonus that you get for planting, even if you lose the round, it's not quite enough to furnish them with any kind of equipment. So they're going to have to save once again. Delpan and the rest of his team, though, they have such a lot of money on the CT side. How much money have they actually got in total? Yeah.
Fair amount. If they win this round, it just gets really, really bad. Twist going to take down one player as they approach through. They just, I mean, there's no smoke on Twist's position.
Double nade.
Nice.
Love it. That's Twist with a quad kill, in fact, in that round. 2 of them from 1 grenade. And it's going to be 8-1. And
it's interesting that they didn't invest in, like, let's say, 1 smoke, because you can easily smoke that position Twist is in and force him to just not be able to take any shots and take control of mid with the pistols. Okay, then it's like a different story of like getting into A because it's still long range, but at least that's something. Either way, looks like Nameless aren't working.
Look at that pop flash coming out from Happy. That was very cool. I'm definitely using that. That was to flash the guy with the AWP over by B. Look at XM once again. Yeah. I'm so happy he's doing this, just as I talked about it, because I really feel like this is really great play. The fact that he just reveals himself is not so great play. He should have just waited for a long time, so it's a little bit of a misplay, but he's still pushing over there and being annoying and forcing them to spend time worrying about something they really don't want to.
Yeah, definitely good entry frag there from Uzi onto Dennis, and Happy watching that little vent. Doesn't want any rotations coming in from behind there. Twist has good position though with the AWP, but he's getting caught under fire there. This is a really tough situation. Twist does manage to get out there, but look at the tapping down there, the bit of spray even onto Delpan rather, and Twist, he's still alive, he's got the angle, he's got half health. What can he do? Oh my god, Twist! Beautiful! Absolutely wonderful wallbang there. And XM with the door play, as you said, you're coming in so useful, so unexpected. Uzi with the revenge frag, and Twist going to find himself at the mercy of Happy as well. And now it's a 1-on-2 with Sype, the man to do it all. And Uzi is going to say no.
Yeah, those were some really clean kills coming out from Uzi. That kill from Twist, though,
yeah,
that kind of blew my mind. He jumped and saw the guy trying to plant. He just scoped up and shot through the box. That was it's a very sexy Counter-Strike. Now it's 8-2. The 11th round is coming up. Finally, a round going in favor of Nameless. And I would prefer it if they won every round from here on out. Like, if they had made it 8-7, that'd be good for them.
Right.
If they lose too many more rounds, it's going to be an uphill struggle. It really will be.
Definitely, and that door position XM keeps playing almost just makes me think of Get Right every time. Like, it's such a Get Right kind of thing, just seeing him. I can't wait to see him. I might be playing this map more, but Kenny S going for that boost spot. Whereas Twist, honestly, there is one of the wallbang spots. Yeah. You can see how well Twist knows every single spot. Very, very dangerous.
It's actually seconds away from him headshotting someone right through that spot just as we were looking, but he didn't quite make it. Sype up here in one of those really mobile positions. He can cover checkered right here, which is the B bomb site, or he can turn around and cover the courtyard or the middle part of the map really quickly. So it works out fine for him either way.
There you go, Dave. He's making his way in. He's going to fall, though. And GMX trying to work the kind of door position, gets himself out of there, gets a frag, but Twist turns around, pulls out the pistol, and ends GMX's life right there. And that's so important. Now Happy is just going to find himself at the mercy of Delpan, rather. Nothing you can do solo. No. And very important play out of the door there.
Once again, XM picking up a triple kill in that round and really playing strongly at the moment. I'm wondering what is his score overall? Actually, somewhere in the middle. It's really Twist once again stepping up. He's got 18-1-3, which is a ridiculous score at this point. That's way too much.
You can really see the map knowledge and the sheer amount of time and commitment he puts into the game through some of the wallbangs he's making, for how like comfortable he is with all of the predictions. Like for example, some of those angles are quite hard to get like perfect, especially on mid, and he really has it locked down. So really impressed by Twist's level of awareness of every little nuance of Cash.
Yeah, definitely good. I mean, 18-3. That's a kill death ratio of 6. That's pretty impressive. That's not often you see that.
It is quite sexy. I won't lie.
I love it. I love it. But apparently another problem showing up E-bot or something else. I'm not entirely sure. The force is on anyway, so we're back in the studio. Oh man.
I got to say, this is I guess a little bit more interesting than DDoSing at least.
I guess it is a little bit.
I mean, I don't know if that's if I should even bother comparing it to that, but I don't know. Anyways, so we're at 9-2, and at the moment the double AWP setup with Twist and Delpan seems to be working wonders. Of course, on the CT side, if you're pretty much almost, I think, always going to get to the angle through with the AWP. I think first. Yeah, you compared to the T's. So Delpan's just sat on the B and allows Twist to AWP mid, and so far it seems to be working. XM on the other side, like they have a nice little setup going. It's really cool.
I think it's working out just fine for them. They have no real reason to change anything around. The score is 9-2 as well, so they can just keep going like this. But I mean, the only thing that's kind of that could be a sign of trouble for them is the fact that right now 2 of their players, Dennis and Sipe, they're kind of low on money. So a few rounds, like 2 rounds in a row in favor of the terrorist side, and then they're forced to eco. So this can come back in favor of the French team, but they need to win those 2 rounds right now, because otherwise there's kind of no more rounds left on the halves, and then it doesn't matter anymore. So this round is actually going to be really critical, and they can't even afford to buy, so it might actually still be just a little bit too late for the Frenchman here.
Yeah, I kind of love how he's spinning around there, because you can see it on the TV in the background. It's brilliant.
Great.
I love when you get those spin bugs as well. We had that once or twice where it's just insane spinning.
Yeah.
Looks great on the 60-inch TV. But yeah, it's definitely something they don't have to really switch up at this point in time. I mean, they are 9-2. I mean, that's you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, that's the most simple thing ever. And so far, Nameless have to find their feet. They've been struggling with some of the issues with GMX, like dropping in and out. So that's obviously going to affect them a little bit. But I have to say, and I also have to highlight XM again, as you first did. And he's actually, in some of the rounds where they had a really good chance of taking it, he had that really key position. And the thing is, it's not just getting kills, getting a surprise. That position actually gives him a lot of information.
Yeah, it does.
And that's so important for his team.
It does, you're right, because if he pushes up and sees a lot of people, then, you know, he can actually be fine with getting a kill and just walking back. Like, he doesn't have to take on 3 people. And if he sees nobody, then that also tells him a lot, potentially. So you're right, that is also a really interesting part. That's something you see a lot on the map, like Mirage, for instance, where people can push, you know, either B or A hallways, and all of a sudden, or the middle for that matter, and just get a lot of information, even not spotting anyone. You know a lot just by doing that. So. It's
just a process of deduction through information you get. That's like all the CTs care about. It's like the way to win on the CT side. Because on like the universal rules, like if you're in a defensive setup, then you have the advantage, but you have to know everything. So you have to get information. You need the intel to know exactly how to defend properly, and that's what it's all about.
Here we go. Eco round coming up from Nameless. The game has resumed once again. Woo. So let's see if they can manage to bring it back. I mean, if they could win this round, it would be amazing. But they only have pistols to try and do it. So they might have to wait until the 13th round to really make that even possible.
Oh my
God.
It is.
Please stop
There it is.
That's way, way too much. Twist, we have... Look at that. He's even typing LOL as he's just standing in the middle of the map. Oh my God, Twist.
There it is. That's what we were waiting for. I mean... He was trying it like a few times. He got there. And
confirmed for wall hacking. That is absolutely absurd.
The Twist exposed.
Yeah, Twist has been exposed. 19-1-3. And that kill is that's gonna be replayed a couple of times. I mean, it's not the only one from this tournament that is gonna be replayed from Twist, but there are gonna be some people out there making a frag video of what Twist has been up to this tournament, there's no doubt.
That was just, that was beautiful. Nothing else to say about it. And we have a lot of movement here over on the B side. Looks like they're going to go for a push over there. And let's jump on over to Sipe in a very wonderful position on the site. He's going to have to try to defend. What can he do against the onslaught of Nameless coming in? Kenny S going to drop him straight away. Happy taking away Dennis. The trade is there finally, but they've gained all the ground on the site, and the bomb goes down. 2 AWPs in play for Twist and Delpan. It's going to be hard to retake a site with 2 AWPs. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, that's not really easy, especially because XM was going to come in from the vents and help them out, but he goes down to a really good position from Happy. Kenny going to pick off 1, and well, nice shot from Delpan, but he's still trapped in here. It's a 1-on-3, and he should be losing this rifle any second.
Oh, just one frag.
Well, that's still such a great play from Delpan. He gets the triple kill. They will lose the round, though. It's going to make it 10-3. The 14th round is coming up, and if Nameless can bring this back 10-5, it feels like they still have a If not, it kind of looks like we might be playing a 3rd map on Dust 2.
Yeah, I think CT is definitely a little bit easier on this map.
Yeah,
from
a little
the
bit.
timings.
A little bit.
It really depends on how the teams decide to play the setups. And that aggression from Dennis, that could really be problematic. There goes the smoke and the grenade, but XM, can he find any frags with it? Twist is able to get DMX, and XM does find Uzi, but they're on the site now.
Yeah, and this is weird as well. Happy's coming in all the way from the B-bomb site to flank around. Is he going to get the kill on the guy in the truck? If he's fast, he will. David puts down the bomb as well, and let's see how this is going to go. Happy could win this round for them.
And
there's the 1 kill.
David tossing over nades from the back of the site, and great position, and does catch Delpan, and he's going to find XM as well. No, XM from the forklift finds some strength somehow. He's just going to go for it.
And Kenny's out of the bomb site. He can't do anything here. If he had a grenade, he could win the round, but instead Bomb gets defused, and he's even going to go down after that, so no money for Kenny or anything. 11-3, this is really a terrible situation for the terrorist team. They needed that.
They certainly did. So, 11-3. That is a nasty scoreline. It cannot get any worse. Nameless, they've got to take this last one. They've got 2 pistols in play. How the hell are they going to do this? I mean, they're going to go for it, I guess. I mean, that's going to be it. If they can get this first pick, XM goes a bit aggressive. He gets taken down. He does a bit of damage, but will it be enough? Dennis spraying down with the FAMAS. Catches 2, 3. One player does escape his clutches, but for how long will that be the case? Dennis has the bomb.
Yeah, and there it is. Kenny going to go down. It's all unhappy with just a pistol. Great triple kill coming up from Dennis. And the grenade in there going to do a little bit of damage. Happy is just basically waiting to die here. And that's going to be the first half done. And the second half obviously coming up right away. But this is some great play from the Swedish side so far.
It certainly is. Delpan and Sipe. Can't beat that right there. And there you go. Good half exchange. 12-3. And that is going to be very tough for Nameless. They're going to have to absolutely just take it by storm. Pistol round, just get up to at least 7 rounds without dropping anything. I mean, they cannot afford to lose anything.
That's really the case, isn't it? You know, we're talking again about winning just some key rounds here for the Frenchmen to even have a slight chance at a comeback. But
and the problem again that lies there for Nameless is whenever you have a scoreline of 12-3 and you have a team that can be as unpredictable and as aggressive and as individually scary as the LGB SK mix here, that is painful because they have a buffer rounds. They can just get crazy. They can be like, all right, let's just. There are some rounds which are you can lose in spots and it's like not so bad.
Yeah.
So if they just identify those and do something crazy and get lucky, they're almost halfway there to winning. So.
Yeah. Well, I think we have some frags coming in from Dennis here. Some of the replay while we're waiting for the players to reconnect. So let's check that out. Oh yeah, there it is. That's the last play.
Oh, I love it. He catches the first 2, and then the flash comes in from XM. Yeah. Brilliant stuff there.
Not at all bad. Not at all bad. But, I mean, let's see. I think they were just actually reconnecting because of some FPS problems. Sometimes relaunching the client will help with that. And Delpan has stopped working as well. So that's what's up right now. I don't know. This pistol round is going to be all important because the difference between winning and losing it here is that if you win it and you're a Nameless, maybe you can actually end this grand final and take it 2-0. If you lose it, though, you're going to be forced to play a third map on Dust 2. And as we spoke about a little bit earlier, you know, playing Dust 2 against this LGB SK mix, probably not going to be all that much fun.
It's pretty scary, I got to say. Yeah. Pretty scary. I mean, they can just come alive easily and just take these angels and just boom. You've lost half your team in a round maybe you should have won. But that's what talent is about. That's why NIP is so they're always scary. Like you made the point earlier in the break. It's like, oh, you killed Exist and you killed Fiflerin and maybe you killed Forest. Oh, you just have to kill Get right now. Just kill everyone.
It is difficult. It really is. But we'll see how it goes. Pause still in effect. They're not quite ready yet now. Some of the terrorists want to reconnect in. It's a really confusing state of Counter-Strike going on. I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah. It's, again, I repeat myself. It's one of those days, Anders. It's one of those days.
All right, what can we blame it on? Can we blame it on anyone?
We can blame it on Roches and Volvo.
Could blame it on Volvo. I mean, that's easy, and I don't think they mind all that much, to be honest.
No.
Like, I think at this point, they have pretty thick skins. People have been blaming him for a long time. I saw like someone did a great post on I don't know where, I saw it on Reddit somewhere, but I don't know where it actually originated from. But it was some guy saying like he just had like pictures of like the covers of Half-Life. So there was like Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, and then Portal 1, Portal 2, and then Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. And then he said like Valve, I challenge you to make like a third map or a third game in any one of these. Like that was just funny as well.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Everyone is just kind of waiting for obviously Half-Life 3.
Yeah. It's interesting because like the hype is kind of, it feels like it's just gone now. Like there was like, I think a period of maybe 3 or 4 years where everyone's like just so rabid about it, just looking for just any sign of Half-Life 3.
I don't feel like it's gone. I think the fact that every time we mention the number 3, there's going to be like people saying Half-Life 3 has been confirmed. I'm like perpetually excited about when that game is coming out.
This is essentially Counter-Strike 3. Just throwing that out there, by the way.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. We could go with that, but the big grenade going to rain out here. Kenny going to throw one through as well. It's going to be an A push from the terrorist side. The Swedish team are seconds away from taking this map if they can just get in here. But GMX going to get one kill. David with another one, and he's going to defend really well. Finally, Twist coming in with one, but it's too late. It's a 1-2 here.
Almost getting a bit cute with the jumping Glock there.
Yeah.
But there you go. That is exactly what they needed. And I think so many people are going to be kind of rooting for Nameless just through the fact that, one, they are now, you know, it'd be amazing to see a comeback from them. But secondly, as well, with, you know, GMX, you know, getting disconnected constantly, that was definitely a bit heartbreaking for them. So did Twist just knife Dennis in the back?
He did. A little bit of friendly knifing there. Not too big of a deal. I mean, if they can make this comeback Nameless, that would be crazy. We're looking at 8 rounds in a row for them to even equalize the score. And then, you know, potentially another 4 after that.
Oh, all right, Sype, calm down. Kenny S gets dropped at range by the Deagle, and Happy goes to town with Uzi over at B. Nameless are making a name for themselves in the FACEIT January Championship here on Cash, I gotta say, in this second half already.
GMX with some really good M4A1 control, just easy headshots coming out from him. He's going to pick up the 3rd kill as well. And in spite of Sype's great efforts early on to take down Kenny, it wasn't quite enough. 12-5 is now the score. The 18th round is coming up, and there's not going to be a buy on the terrorist side. There's no bomb plant or anything that round, so no luck at all to them.
Indeed, 12-5, the round score between EG Elite and Nameless. Nameless finding their way back against what seems like a mountain to climb. And we have now EG Elite making the creepy crawly walk over towards B. And with a grenade, that sounded painful, glass shattering, but Happy goes just mental over at Checkered, over at the vent room. He just takes them all down, eco frags, nom 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 nom, and there you go.
Pew pew. I love that. That was a good quad kill by Happy there, but now comes the real challenge. We're looking at 12-6. Nameless have once again bought rifles, and obviously the really interesting part is the Swedes here with the AWP. Twist picking it out, not Delpan, not Dennis, which are like the 2 AWPers normally.
Yeah.
It's Twist who's picking it up.
I love
I'm
this
intrigued.
3 mid. I love it.
Yeah.
Let's see how this actually goes here, because they didn't get too aggressive. And oh no, Twist is going to take down GMX straight away. But does Twist realize quite how many players are on mid at the moment?
And gotta be a little bit careful at least.
Oh, there
look
he
at
goes.
his jumping up to spot that. Twist
Beautiful.
is a very smart player, isn't he?
He is very smart, and he puts in the work. But luckily for Kenny S, he's going to catch Twist unawares, and Sype going to take down Happy. So trades coming in left and right. We're on a 3-on-3 now, and the bomb is over at A. Almost pushed in, but that's the bomb drop there, and XM was alone. So what are they going to do about this? This is a horrible situation for the terrorist side.
Yeah, very confusing. I'm wondering if all their push into mid and B, they were hoping to make someone force away from A, but it doesn't work out that way, and Kenny's going to be picking off Dennis, who was running around with his knife out. So 1-on-2 for Sype, though. It's still doable with 40 seconds.
Here we go. One over at the car, over at the left. Can Sype take him down? He has to take him down very fast. Can he do it? It's taking quite a long time. He's giving Kenny S time to get around there, and that's unfortunate there. I mean, Dennis is such a good job just getting the instant kill into the site, but then they couldn't really follow up with Sype there, unfortunately for them. And 12-7 now the round score, and Nameless definitely, they are bringing themselves back in this, and we have some deagles in the hands of the SK LGB players. Be afraid.
Yeah, could go out of control. XM with one and Sype with the other one. So let's see, but it's, you know, it's now only a 5-round gap between the 2 teams. Nameless can actually make this comeback happen all the way, especially if they're playing like they're playing right now. Even denying the bomb plant almost every round here. So Nameless are just, they're running out of money whenever they lose, pretty much.
Certainly, and Uzi, look how patient he is. He wants it to peak so bad. Delpan, just go around the corner, just give Uzi that frag. He wants it so much, and Delpan spots me. He's like, nope, I'm
gonna pick
off.
up Happy. There's one of those deagles in play.
And let's check out what's going on over here at mid. See, oh, Kenny S with a grenade over there. I like that grenade from Kenny S. Also been doing his research right here. And Kenny S.
Yeah, Sype is gone. XM pushing in, he's flashed as well. Is he gonna get the 1 deag? There's someone in the back of sight there, not quite showing himself, David. He comes around, he should be able to take the kills here. He's got the rifle after all.
Oh,
There's XM with the kill. And now it's actually a 1-on-2 here. Uzi could go down.
Yeah, let's check out Uzi's perspective here as he tries to get in. I don't think they are aware of his position, and they are planting the bomb. And this is going to be pretty tough for Uzi. But I mean, XM and Dennis, they're fairly low, and he's got full health here. Let's see what he can do with this. He's going to creep his way in. He finds XM, takes him down.
And Dennis is miles away, but Uzi doesn't have a kit, so he has to defuse for a long time here. Wow. He's going to go for it, try and fake out Dennis, and Dennis is right around the corner, and there he comes, but Uzi gets it, and there should be enough time for him to defuse. What is he doing? Please defuse.
Yeah, I have no explanation for you, Anders. Like I have no explanation for so many of things.
If I was like the team captain at that point, I would just be screaming. I know he wanted to get the kit then, but don't risk it. Like, please, just don't risk it.
Minus 12.
12 to 8.
12 to 8, indeed.
So 4-round difference building up. Nameless taking yet another round, and they could have lost that round easily.
Oh yeah, most certainly. I mean, he had such a great position there after he did the kind of fake defuse. Of course, they didn't know they didn't have a kit, so they had the peak. So it was really well played, got to say. And now it looks like action is just going down over at mid, and there is the boost that you were mentioning.
Look, they're counter boosting. This is great. Happy's pushing up here. Twist is going to get taken down. They could have actually kept going, but when they get discovered doing that counter boost, it's not really worth it to keep going. Just get the 1-for-1 trade. It's definitely very good. The Frenchmen are... They're actually playing, just once again playing growing Counter-Strike, and it's enjoyable to watch. It really is.
Honestly, yeah, I'm loving this right now. And another 4 rounds, and they equalize. Nameless and EGD in this round are equal 4 versus 4. And EGD, they have a lot of options. I mean, they can pick a site at this point and go, but they have to make an informed decision, get some information. That's what they're trying to do. Maybe another pick, but XM! A grenade straight in the face. He's going to go down, and now it's 3-on-4. And I mean, not even much damage was dealt to any Nameless players, and now they have to commit. They've got to go.
Yeah, that was a pretty accurate grenade. It felt like if we saw that in a slow motion, we might just see it like, you know, hit his nose and go like boop, and then it explodes him. Now 4-on-3 situation only. Dennis, Sipe, and Delpan left on the terrorist side. They only have 25 seconds, so I feel this round is almost already lost. I mean, where are they going to go with 20 seconds left? They should just save. What are they doing? I
don't know. They're being crazy. Here goes Dennis. Manages to kill GMX. And he just wants to go on a fragging spree. And he's going to get caught in a crossfire.
Oh, they're running beat. This is brilliant.
Oh,
my god. They're over at the B bomb side, and they are going to get the bomb down in time. That was some next level stuff. Even though we have the overview, it actually faked me out. I thought they were going to try and push up middle then, but they managed to run over here. Very cool stuff. Now it's back to a 2-on-3. Can they hold it on? Cyber's waiting. Delpan going to pick up 1 kill. There's Cyber with another. Now it's Happy in a 1-on-2. A really big turnaround here in favor of SK LGB.
And Happy's running out of time very, very quickly here. Does take down Sight for the 1-on-1, but Delpan just has to kill the time. And this is the oldest trick in the book, and Happy knows what's going on. He sprays him down. But does he have enough time?
He has enough time. Triple from Happy. They somehow do it. Delpan hiding in the smoke that he had put up himself. What a great round of Counter-Strike, no matter how you put it. But that still is a round for Nameless. They almost got faked out. They almost lost that round, but they brought it back.
I would have loved to have seen him like place the smoke, but like hide somewhere else and just like place the smoke in a really weird spot that makes no sense. It's like, oh, he has to be hiding there, and that would have been really fun to see. But 12 to 9, I mean, they're so close now. The 8-round comeback you're talking about, Anders, is coming into reality right now. And lovely little pop flash there from Twist. I think he got a bit caught there. Oh, a nasty bit of damage there on Twist. He's got to just forget that idea straight away. And we have a lot of players, a lot of bodies behind this little main door over at A. I think, Anders, they want to push A.
It kind of is shaping up that way, but right now there's 4 people there, so they need to make a little bit of a distraction somewhere else.
Dennis!
Or just put Dennis in and headshot everyone. That's another plan. Why not? Going to be some good kills in return. Triple, in fact, before Sipe is going to be taking down David. So now we're straight back to a 2-on-2.
And Uzi going to easily take down Twist solo after that early round dink, and is just on the shoulders of Sipe now. And if Nameless are able to pick up this round... Oh, Sipe! He's coming out huge with the long-range burst fire there with the AK, going for the bomb plant, and we have Uzi creeping on over.
Yeah, great. It's a smart play from Uzi. You know, not making any noise, walking up slowly like that, so Sipe has no idea which angle to look at when he's coming out from the bomb plant there, and that's going to be Nameless. Now we're looking at 6 rounds in a row for them here in the second half. I mean, the Swedish team has not picked up a single round here in the second half. That's what we're looking at. This is some pretty strong play from the Frenchmen. Another AWP purchased on Kenny. And they have some money, a little bit of money to work with. 9,000 on Uzi and 7 on Happy. So it's not all bad.
It certainly is not all bad. I mean, this is glorious to see. I'm really excited to see how this round is going to turn out right now because we have, I mean, they're kind of spread out along the width of the map, playing it pretty slow. We've got the bomb over there. Oh, XM finds a frag at mid. That is pretty awesome there from XM. Let's see how it's shaping up now. They're kind of over at B3 with 3 players in the bomb. And
GMX taking a lot of damage early on, and he's actually going to get the kill in the middle on XM. So a little bit of a shame for XM. He couldn't pick up that double kill. He actually just goes down. They've taken over Checkered now, and they're moving towards that B bomb side, but the bomb is dropped in the middle still. So this is not something they're committing to on the terrorist side. They're just peeking in.
This round looks really good so far for our terrorist side, EG Elite, and they haven't won a round in so long, and it's now down to a 2-on-4, and surely they're going to take this for 13 to 10.
And actually, this is really important. GMX and David need to not go for this. They need to save these rifles because this is going to be valuable. These rifles are going to be important for them. David is coming up from behind with a lot of health, but doing this 1-on-4 is, well...
It's tough, but it is possible. It's doable from the 2 players over at this angle. That's hard to read. And that Molotov was fantastic. Yeah. Doesn't manage to get the kill so low. Twisty was in that Molotov for one more tick. He would have gone down, I'm sure of it. And that's an amazing play there. And we haven't seen much use of the Molotovs, and it is really good on this map.
Yeah,
in a few spots.
A smart use of it as well, absolutely was. But that's going to be 13-10, the first round in the second half in favor of the Swedish team. And look at that. In spite of the fact that the counter-terrorists won 6 rounds in a row, the minute they lose a round, they're back to ecoing. They have built up such a bad bank. Even though there was like 9,000 on Happy or Uzi, it wasn't enough. They still have to eco immediately. And that's why they should have saved those 2 rifles, because if they've saved those, they would have been able to buy now, and instead they're just full eco. And that's going to let LGB SK right back into the game.
And things seem to be slipping away from Nameless. Of course, having to run the eco, it is now a lot of momentum that's beginning to build for SK LGB as they remember what it's like to actually win rounds again.
Yeah, it's been kind of a while, but still doing a fine job now that they've got it up and running, and David is going to be alone. He's kind of rushing up into the middle, but he should be going down here. And there it is. Dennis with a triple kill once again, 14-10. The Swedish team now 2 rounds away from winning and putting us onto a 3rd map on Dust 2. But the French, they're not quite through yet.
They're not done, no.
They have another buy in them coming out here.
And we know that they are more than... I mean, they already did this. They already won, what is like 5-6 rounds in a row. I think, no, it was 5 rounds in a row. They already won. So they can definitely do this again, this kind of a feat, but let's see how it goes. XM is going to boost up. He goes to the frag, but GMX takes him down. Losing a player early on in the mid is going to be very tough now for them, but still, as the T side, they can still do some awesome plays to bring it back in their favor.
Definitely can. So see how this is going to progress. They want to boost another one up. Delpan is next in line, has the AWP, but not going to find anyone just yet. There's someone hiding in the sandbags. I think that's Happy just camping by the sandbags and holding middle. Not completely alone, but close.
Dennis over here by the door, and he's going to get ready to actually throw a smoke. And they also have the bomb over at A, so quite possible to see some kind of maneuvers over here. And it looks like Nameless are setting up for a defense here. They are aware of all of the smoke and all the kind of bullets getting thrown across by Twist there. And so it's a bit suspicious, but nothing just yet. And that is quite a strange occurrence right there.
Support coming in the middle of everything, especially because Happy's pushing up. Maybe we can just see it from his point of view. I think he's 0, isn't he? So if we push up towards him, yeah, he's pushing up in the middle, and he could actually walk right in between them. I'm pretty sure Dennis coming in from the left-hand side here is not going to have a clue, and there's not really much help to get either. This is it's going to be potentially a really powerful push from Happy. That could be a big win for them in this round.
Yeah, and I mean, this is we're getting like right down to the wire here. We're so close to ending map number 2, and it's so nearly in the hands of EG Elite, of the SK LGB mix to actually take this. So Dust 2 would be really interesting, but again, I mean, what are the ways you think that the Nameless would be able to bring this back? Because of course, EG Elite, they've lost 1 player, but being the T side, they have quite a few ways to play this. With their setup that you can see on the mini map, like what would you like to see in this round from them?
I think, I mean, this one decision from Happy to push up is part of it. You know, earlier on when the Swedes were on the CT side, we saw how XM was pushing up towards the squeaky door.
Yeah.
So sometimes to throw a little bit of just one guy pushing single-handedly could be really important. So I like that choice. I think that's part of the right move here. But it does kind of still necessitate him getting the kill. I mean, if he looks the wrong way here, I think if we switch it back to, I think it's Dennis that's walking around, I think. Yeah, so if he looks the wrong way, basically, when he comes around this corner, then, you know, what looks like a great play right now could be turned into nothing at all. And then instead, what we're looking at is actually just Happy giving them a free kill and putting it back to a 4-on-4. But I still think it's a good idea. And especially when you're this far behind, you kind of need to throw a little something in there every once in a while. But other than that, I mean, they're doing a fine job. They've been winning a lot of rounds here.
Yeah, this is going to be a really interesting kind of round. If of course, Nameless managed to take this, it's going to really, really help. And let's just check out the money situation again. Yeah, they're really, really having hard times in the money. But if they manage to take this round, they can actually pick up another AWP as well, which is going to be really, really helpful for their setups and to really fight back on mid. I mean, actually, AWP is, you can play it pretty well from any site you want. So
yeah, you can.
So I mean, it also, the AWP is really interesting because it allows you actually a lot of freedom. If you have a lot of trust in your AWPer, it allows you a lot of freedom if you just to put one guy on B and play heavier on A in the mid and just have quick rotations. So there's a lot of options that open up if they can win this round. Of course, they have to really, and then pick up the AWP that Delpan is currently holding. Yeah. So that's something I'd really like to see if they're able to do this. But we don't know if that's going to happen. I mean,
no, right now we're paused, so we don't know anything at all. Yeah. But I imagine that eventually it's going to be the Swedish team to finish the last 2 rounds. They get the 2 rounds on the board that they need, and then put us onto dust 2. Even though Nameless have been doing so well, there is another problem that's sort of lurking behind them, which is the economy. It's hard for them to keep it at it like this. They just don't have that much money, really. So a single round loss here could really quickly turn into 2, and that would be it. Oh, we've lost connection as well.
The server died, so they're changing server. So what this means is it's going to be kind of awkward because of the money situation, the round situation. So what we'll do, guys, is we'll hit up a very, very quick break, and we'll be back with more information with the game, the rest of the grand final. So stay tuned, and we'll be back with you very shortly.